Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video, and I'm going to try to upload this video fairly soon because this is kind of, a fairly hot news, but still, we are having problems with internet still, so if not, it is going to be tomorrow, so whatever this comes, maybe we already have some information about some of these aircraft or not, but anyway. Apparently, Olivia, if you know Olivia, she always leaks some stuff from War Thunder, and she's 100% always right, normally. And yeah, she leaked basically the new premium tier 7 aircraft. I don't know if she actually did leak it, but I found two people actually saying that she did. One in the forums, and more people kind of agree with him, and another on the Discord as well. So I really don't know if this is actually true or not, if she actually leaked this or not, but still, it's something interesting that it's worth to talk about. So we have here let me count, 9 aircraft that are going to be technically the premium aircraft for tier 7. So some very interesting ones, but some of them very kind of alright to not even okay, but still. So we already have the A6E tram already shown, it's the intruder. And, I mean, I don't have to say too much on it. Amazing aircraft for ground attack and a possible anti-ship and anti-radiation aircraft in the future, which would be very, very cool to see. So I don't know. I don't think this type of weapon will be added right now, because if it did, they would probably add it on the dev block, but anyway. And another thing, an A6 for the Tech 3 is already denied, so sorry to say that. And also another thing that's being said on the forums as well is that this patch is going to be big. So expect a lot of premiums, a lot of tier 8 aircraft, a lot of stuff happening, in the upcoming days. Hopefully I have the internet to make the videos for you guys. Hopefully also we are probably going to have the dev server and stuff fairly soon, I think, so keep an eye out, okay? Going for Germany, then we have the MiG-21 base Lazur M, which is kind of not that, I mean, it's alright. It's basically the same MiG-21 base as always, but it has the Lazur GCI data link system. So in real life, the Lazur was actually made more for an interceptor role, right? So we had basically a Lazur GCI data link system that worked together with the ground control to actually just vector the aircraft to a certain target. But it's not just vectoring, it's actually controlling the aircraft. The data link actually, this is in the 70s, man. They even had this type of system before on the 60s as well. But I mean, it's a very modern system for the time. But basically the ground controller, right? The person that is controlling the aircraft from the ground would control literally the aircraft, the controls of the aircraft. Normally just the flight path of the aircraft and the pitch of the aircraft, so no engine performance or weapon systems. So the pilot would still need to actually use the radars and stuff, but the GCI would just put the aircraft on a certain position that the pilot would just turn the radar on, fire the missiles, and return to base. So it would be a very, very effective system back in the day, right? So in game, this will not be a thing, obviously, and that became kind of a thing because the MiG-21 B's Lazur M will be basically the same as the Saul. Remember the Saul, we will have the 3 variants if the Lazur comes of the B's. So the normal base of the Russians, the Soviets, then we have the Saul, which is the autopilot system of the MiG-21. That was a version that used a Saul system for autopilot, and then the Lazur. So it would be fun to see these 3 MiG-21 bases because they are the 3 variants in real life. But to be honest, the Lazur, I mean, it has different avionics, different navigation systems, different radios and stuff. But basically, on the weapon systems and everything else is the same, the engine, everything. So for the game, I don't see a point of these aircraft actually being here. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But still, it's one of those that we kind of don't know what is happening, right? Maybe it's going to be, I mean, something different, maybe a missile or something like that, but probably not. It will be probably the same as the Sol. For the Soviets, the MiG-23 ML, I already did a video talking about this MiG-23. This needs to come. It's one of the most iconic MiG-23s. It is from 1975. It is going to be, in a general sense, very similar to the MLA. Literally the same aircraft as the MLA, besides basically the engine, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I will need to check this, but everything else is basically the same. The radar is different, the IRST is different, so we cannot use the actual R-24s, only the R-23s apparently. But everything else is kind of the same. The aircraft itself, the fuselage, everything, you know? Even the engine, I think. As I said, I think he used... Yeah, I'm confirming right now. R35 F300, so it is the same engine as the MLA and MLD. So it's going to be an MLA, the exact same fuselage, everything like that, but with a less capable radar, a less capable, missile, the R-23s instead of the R-24s. So just basically that. The climb rate would be around the same, everything else is the same. So it would be a MiG-23 ML A without the R-24 with a worse radar. So very cool, to be honest. I think it should be added. It is very different from the original M, but still. Then we go for UK. The UK has the F4J UK. So basically it's an ex-F4J from the Navy brought for the RAF. And it had upgrades done to it to be very similar to the F4S as well. With the Agile Eagle package, for example, and other stuff. You could use better missiles than the K, for example, maybe the some AIM-7s instead of the Skyflash, but mainly AIM-9Ls and stuff like that. It is a version that was bought in the middle of the 80s, so yeah, before the Tornado. So it is a very interesting aircraft. It is going to be the same as the F4J, but probably with the Agile Eagle if they want to. Maybe an upgrade for the F4J for the US to get the F4S, but still. Going to be basically the same aircraft, same radar, same everything, Then we go for China. Then we have the J7D, another variant of the J7, a very, very cool one. It's a low production model. Only basically 32 were made of this version. It is a very modern one also from the 90s, with even some upgrades done to it to be able to carry a look-down, shoot-down radar. So it's probably going to be very, very capable. It can use the PL-8 and the PL-7s, which are the Python 3s and the Magic missiles. And it is a very, very similar look to a MiG-21 bis. It's amazing how similar it is. Very, very cool to see that. Then we go for, this one is probably the most exciting one together with the MiG-23 ML for me, but still. Then we go for Italy, F104S CB. This CB variant is not an official variant apparently, but I think, I could be wrong, so I couldn't find actual information about it, but it is, on the information, the few information that I got, it is basically a bomber version or something like that of an F104S, so probably it takes more bombs and stuff like that. Everything else is supposed to be the same as the other F104s. Then for Sweden, the J35J, a modernized F2 variant of the J35, which is also a modernized version of the D. So it has IRSTs, only one cannon, 2 additional AIM-9s, and some other modernization on the aircraft itself compared to the D, So it would be a very interesting one to see. I would hope this would be in the tech tree, sorry, but still it can be added as a premium as well. All of these were leaked as premium, so yeah. Then the Mirage F1C200, basically the same Mirage F1C, but with a refueling probe. So kind of very similar to the F1CT, to be honest, but probably has the 2 cannons still. So nothing else to say about that. Kind of a lame option if this is correct. It has so many different models for it, man. We have the CEs and C whatevers and whatevers. There's so many countries that use this aircraft. So why would they do this? Just add a version with different skins and stuff. It would be way more fun than just a version with the French Air Force skin and a refueling probe with 1 additional cannon. Whatever, right? But yeah. And then the last one, it says Kafir with canards, which is odd because all Kafirs have canards. So, I don't know. That kind of doesn't make any sense to me, right? But still interesting, right? So, in my opinion, it can be the C10, for example. I think Colombia use it with a radar and more different missiles and stuff. So it would be a very interesting version. It can be other Kafir variants. It has some variants in the at their disposal, basically. But to be honest, I think the most important one would be the C10. But we have some others, as I said. So it depends what they want. But Kafir with canards kind of too broad, you know. I mean, it's just, I mean, all canards, all Kafirs have canards. So yeah. But basically, this is it for the leak. All of these aircraft, hopefully they are added. Very cool aircraft, to be honest. All of them are needed. I don't know as premium, but still, they're pretty good to have nonetheless. In my opinion, I would probably just get the MiG-23 ML and the J7D, and I would be fine with it. Any other one, I mean, I probably will test it, but not buy it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Thank you guys for the 8,000 subscribers. 8,000, man. I could not believe in 1 year I managed to get this much. So let's keep it going, guys, and hopefully until the end of next year we have at least, I don't know, my goal would be like 15,000 at least, maybe more. So yeah, hopefully we are more than that. Hopefully 50,000 or something like that. So I see you guys on the next one, and bye guys. Thank you for the 8,000 subscribers, and bye. See ya.